Satisfy your creative thirst. Have the confidence to learn. Spread knowledge. Be well prepared for the future. Succeed in your career. Leave impressive marks on each step on the journey up the ladder of knowledge. Nurture the knowledge, create the future. Established in 1981, Tien Long is the #1 stationery group in Vietnam. In 2008, Tien Long developed FlexOffice brand exclusively for the international market. In 2015, FlexOffice was honored with the prestigious Global Performance Excellence Award by the Asia Pacific Quality Organization. In 2016, FlexOffice became one of the 12 best trading partners and was among the top 30 stationery companies in the world with the highest sales growth, voted by Plimsoll. The impressive position of FlexOffice in the international arena comes firstly from the professionalism in research activities for product development. Every year, FlexOffice conducts research and launches dozens of new products to meet the increasing demands and diverse needs of customers. Models are meticulously and delicately designed, from technical drawings until becoming finished products. The Research and Development Department is always strong in terms of human resources, modern machinery, and testing equipment. FlexOffice applies modern technology in all production stages, from research, implementation, testing, to quality assurance. Production efficiency of FlexOffice is always at its best, thanks to operation of the most modern closed-loop production line. FlexOffice accelerates the automation in production from molding, filling, and printing to checking and finishing each product. Additionally, FlexOffice applies a strict quality testing system at all stages, from raw material inspection to quality control and technical construction before launching products to the market. The inventory process of FlexOffice is also constantly improved under strict and proper procedures. Safety is also an important criterion in quality control for FlexOffice. Art supplies under Colokit brand are created with a wide range of models and colors. Colokit is developed and manufactured in accordance with green standards for environment protection. Colokit products are non-toxic and adhere to the world's strictest safety standards under the European criteria EN 713 and EN 719, as well as the American ASTM D4236 standard. The entire system is operated in an integrated system under the international management criteria of ISO 9001, ISO 14001, SA 8000, OHS AS 18001, ISO IEC 17025, and ICTI. The SAP ERP Integrated Management System has been deployed and successfully applied in administration and management, improving controls and bringing sustainable development to the company. FlexOffice product lines are gaining more and more trust from international customers. These include a wide range of products, such as pens and office supplies under FlexOffice brand, and art supplies under Colokit brand. FlexOffice constantly trains and builds its staff, including professionals specialized in market research who are qualified to meet the diverse demands of international customers. FlexOffice products have grown robustly in the Asian market, including Thailand, Myanmar, Brunei, Japan, while continuing to penetrate Western countries such as the US and England. FlexOffice distribution centers are located in Germany, Russia, Czech Republic, Bulgaria, Romania, the Philippines, and Indochina. FlexOffice teams attend international fairs every year for trade promotion. Up to now, FlexOffice products have been exported to more than 50 countries throughout the 6 continents. Export volume continues to grow robustly year on year. For its partners, FlexOffice is committed to the agreements on model, quality, schedule, and productivity. FlexOffice is also committed to timely delivery. The transportation plan is closely designed along international terminals. Professionalism, responsibility, orientation towards successful cooperation are the three factors that deliver perfect services to partners. Constantly affirming its value on the international market, FlexOffice is thriving robustly and coming close to its goal to become the #1 stationery group in Southeast Asia and the Asian leader in manufacturing and trading stationery products. FlexOffice, professional and responsible.
Hi guys! Wanna
Okay,
know
so
something spectacular? Well, Flex Office got your back. This is the Flex Correct Erasable Pen. Napakanipis at minimal ang kanyang disenyo guys. Bukod sa kanyang murang halaga, high quality pa din ang dala ng Flex Correct Pen based on my experience. So this is how the tip looks like. At tara, try natin siyang isulat sa papel. May dalawang parte ang eraser na nakalagay dito sa body ng Flex Correct Pen. Kaya try natin siyang i-erase.
okay, so good afternoon, everyone. To those who are with us this afternoon. So I hope you're doing well wherever you are, part of the Philippines or maybe outside Philippines. So here in Davao, it's cloudy and it's cloudy and it's raining. So it's a really good weather here in Davao. I hope your weather there in your area is also doing good. And then once again, welcome to this Flex Office special Chinese course lessons or webinars. So once again, to those who weren't able to make it to our first two sessions or webinars last weekend, I am Miss Christine Joy Ruby, but you can also call me Miss Teen. And I hope no, I can see here that we have students, new students, which I wasn't able to uh, notice or saw or see sa last weekend natin na sessions. Andito si Jihan Kabanban Tamayo. Good afternoon. Is this a ma'am or sir? I'm sorry. Please do tell me. And also we have Sasa, Miss Sasa. So good afternoon. Of course, to my student, Miss L. Good afternoon. Can you hear me, Miss L?
Good afternoon po, Lauscher.
Okay, good. So people might ask Miss L, bakit ano yung lauscher? Can you tell us, ano pala meaning ng lauscher? Why are you calling me lauscher? What's the meaning of lauscher pala, Miss L?
Lauscher po is a teacher.
Okay, good. So, before kasi, to those who weren't around last week, I already taught them some basic, okay, common nouns natin. So, na-discuss na natin yung teachers, yung mga usual na mga terms na magagamit natin during the discussion. Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon also, Ton Bolozos. Please do tell me if I pronounce it right. And Miss Gina, good afternoon. Can you hear us, Miss Gina?
Good afternoon, Lauscher.
Yes, finally, I can hear your voice na po. Kasi last week, hindi ka pa po nakasali sa amin. So again, to those who are in our comment section lang, for you to have direct interaction with me, your Lauscher or your teacher, next time, please visit the FB page of Flex Office Philippines and you look for their announcement or their post there about this special course, no, the Chinese language, and you can type in there, I want to register, so that makakasali po kayo during sa ating discussions, just like Miss L and Miss Gina. So, again, without further ado, before we start, I would still always would like to thank Flex Office Philippines for making this special course free, Take note. free special course of learning Chinese possible. So I hope people who are joining us right now support their products and maybe continue to buy their variety, no? Dami-dami nilang mga products, office supplies, and everything. So let's support FlexOffice Philippines. I'm so sorry. Ano ba yan? Okay, so I guess we can start. Can we start na ba, Miss L and Miss Gina?
Yes,
Yes?
Lauscher.
Okay. Sige. So, let's just have a quick review lang sa ating discussion, the common terms or common nouns na usually magagamit natin. So, I will be sharing you my screen now. I hope, please do tell me if you can see this one. Can you? Kita niyo po ba? Yes or no? Miss L,
Yes,
Miss Gina, can
Lauscher,
you
we
see?
can see it.
Okay, good. I'm sorry ha kasi I am sharing or screen. That's why this is naka-ano kasi siya, naka-full screen siya. So, I will not be able to see your faces. So, Sir Tommy, if it's possible, kindly allow them to switch on and switch off their microphone anytime they want because I will be asking them questions. So, to those who have comments, or questions, yung mga andun lang sa comment sections natin na hindi ko agad makikita yung mga message nyo. If you ever have questions, please do take note of them and later we will give or we will allot of time like 5 to 10 minutes for the question and answer portion for our discussion. Okay? So again, new words. I already discussed this one. Ano nga yung new words or vocabulary in Chinese? How do we say new words or vocabulary in Chinese? Again, I would just like to inform everyone, this this white one, this is the Chinese character, and the alphabets, okay, are what we call, this is the Chinese phonetics alphabets, which we call in Chinese pinyin. So this one basically will tell us, especially those foreign students, on how to read the Chinese characters properly. Okay? Let's try daw. Miss L, do you still remember? Paano nga ulit basahin itong Chinese character na ito, which means new words or vocabulary? Can you try, Miss L?
相似
Okay.
相
So,
似
look at the intonation. Again, as what I've said, one of the crucial things that we have to really religiously take note and be careful or mindful when reciting Chinese is are the tones or intonations used. So remember, Miss L, the first character is first intonation. As what I've mentioned, kapag makakakita tayo ng first intonation, which is this one, everybody, this is first intonation, may line siya, para kang kumakanta. It's like you're singing. So once again, Miss L, first character muna tayo. How do we read the first character? No, using the pinyin there.
相
Yan, better. Sheng, 'di ba? Monotonous siya. We did not go up, we did not go down. Monotonous, it's like you're singing. Sheng. Now, Miss Gina, how about the second word or the second character? How do we read that one?
Ch,
Ci?
chi,
Okay. No, not T. Hindi siya T. We will not pronounce the I as E here. Okay? Kapag partner, if ever, ang partner ng letter I is letter Z, C, and X, we will not pronounce it, Z or C, we will not pronounce it as E. It's Z, I. May I siya na sound. Yes. So
ci,
again, please follow me. Yes, that's correct, Miss Gina. Once again, how do we read the second character?
ci,
But be mindful of the intonation, Miss Gina. It's second intonation. And kapag second intonation, it's like you're asking, ano? What? Sino? Parang may ganun na tono eh. So how are you going to pronounce that one properly?
ci, ci,
Better. So once again, new words in Chinese, it's what we called 生词. Okay?
sheng, ci,
Kindly repeat. Okay, good, Miss Gina. How about Miss L? Kindly repeat that one.
生食
Okay. So what are the shengzi na na-discuss natin last weekend? Okay. Now let's proceed. Common nouns tayo. Okay? Common nouns muna tayo. Let's start? Of course. Principal. I will read once again. Quick review lang tayo. Take turns tayo. I'll call first Miss L and then followed by Miss Gina and then so on and so forth. I will read it once and then you read it twice and also say the English meaning. Clear ba yung instruction ko, Miss L and Miss Gina?
Yes,
Yes,
Lausher.
Lausher.
Okay, sige. Let's start. Miss L, let's start with you. Xiao Zhang.
校长
Twice. Read it twice, please, before saying the English meaning.
校长 principal.
Okay. Next one. Lao Shi, Miss Gina.
Lausher, teacher. Lausher, teacher.
Okay. Next. Xue Sheng.
学生 student.
Okay. So, I am your Lao Shi and you are my Xue Sheng.
学生
Okay, good. Miss Gina, let's proceed. The next one is Tong Xue.
Tong Shui, Tong Shui, student.
Okay. So, to those who weren't around last weekend, ang ating letter T, we will not pronounce it as T just like in English. If ever we encounter pinyin or phonetics with letter T, we will pronounce it as T na may hangin. T, T, Tong, Tong Xue. So, kindly repeat that one once again, Miss Gina.
Tong Shui, classmate.
So, Miss Gina, kaano-ano mo si Miss L?
Tong Shui,
Okay. Miss
classmate.
L, ano kita?
同学
Are you
Ay.
my classmate?
学生
Okay. And then, Miss Gina, kaano-ano mo ako?
Lausher,
Very good. And then, of course, the three of us, isali na natin yung mga andun sa comment section lang. So, Miss L, 朋友.
朋友
Oops.
朋
Let's stop there. Second intonation. Read it properly. It's like you're asking, 朋
朋
友.
友
朋友.
朋友朋友 friend.
Okay. Remember, aside from having four intonations, there are times that we will encounter pinyin or phonetics that doesn't have or don't have intonations. It's what we call the neutral tones. So how are we going to pronounce them? It's just like how we read them naturally or normally. And it is really abrupt, mabilis lang. Okay? So, 朋友. Ganun siya dapat, Miss L. One more time daw, Miss L, please.
朋友
Better.
friend.
Okay, so friend. So I guess you're familiar with this word. I don't know if fan kayo ni Kim Chu. Kasi remember when she was in PBB, I think she did a tawag nito Tagalog version of this Chinese song Kengyo. So, I don't know if you're familiar with that. But this, meron tayong Chinese song entitled Pengyo and it is really very famous or well-known in China. I think almost, majority, maybe 98 or 97%, if it's not all, okay, knows that song. So maybe later, if we will have time, kung ano ba, I will introduce that one to you. And I'm probably sure, maybe once or twice in your lifetime or in your previews, narinig nyo na to. Okay? So, sige. Good. So, we're done with these terms sa left side natin. Let's go to the right side. Okay. So, we'll start with you, Miss Gina. Follow again. Twice Chinese and once ang English. Number 1 is Lao Pan.
Lao Pan, Lao Pan, boss.
Okay. To those who are to those who just join our class, well, if we ever see a pinyin, oh my God, sensitive masyado ang ano ko, laptop ko. If we ever see a pinyin or phonetics that starts with letter B, okay, we will not pronounce it as ban. Kasi ang pronunciation ng letter B natin, it's not like how we pronounce it in English. Di ba? Ball. No, that's in English. But in Chinese, the sound of letter B is letter P without hangin. Okay? P. Pan. It's not pan. Okay? Kasi ang P natin na may hangin, ito yung letter P. Peng yo. Remember, ang letter P is letter P with hangin. Peng. While ang letter B is letter P without hangin. P, pan. So one more time, Miss Gina. Lao pan.
Lao Pan,
Okay.
Lao Pan,
Okay, I'm
boss.
sorry. Okay. Can you still see my screen? Yes? Kita niyo pa ba? Sorry ha, very sensitive talaga yung yung laptop ko. I don't know why. Sana all sensitive. Okay. Next, let's proceed. Miss L, paano naman ang Chinese ng colleague or katrabaho mo? So this is 同事. Miss L?
同事. Mom, I cannot see po yung...
Ay, hindi pa? Okay. Sige, I don't know what happened. So wait for a while ha. I'm very sorry. Sige. Okay. I'll share it once again. Kasi hindi ko kasi siya ma-share using this platform that we are using right now kasi hindi siya nakaka-detect ng Chinese characters. So I have to share it using... Is it okay if we have this view? Okay lang ba sa inyo? Or do you want me to have it full screen talaga? What do you think?
It's okay
We
lang
can
po.
edit naman po.
Yes.
Okay lang po ba if we can use it like this?
Yes, Lao, sure.
Okay, sige. Sir Tommy, is it okay if I can have it like this? Kasi every
Okay.
time I put it on full screen, okay po. Okay, thank you very much. So, let's proceed. I hope you can still see. So, let's again hear this one. Again, Miss L, how do we say or what's the Chinese term for colleague?
同时.
Oy, please remember, be mindful of our intonation. The first character is second intonation. It's like you're asking. And it starts with letter T. So, dapat may hangin. T. So, once again, first character muna tayo.
方.
It's like you're asking.
等.
May
Fang.
hangin.
方.
No.
同.
Tong.
同. 同.
Yan. Tong.
同. 同.
Yan. And then the second one is
是.
fourth intonation, para kang galit.
是.
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 同事.
同事.
Okay. So, if I is partner naman with SH, we will not pronounce I as E. So, this is not she, ha? This is not read as she. This is shi. Ang pronunciation ng letter I, if partnered with ZH, SH, and CH, it's pronounced as So, SHI is not she, but instead, it's pronounced as shi. So, colleague again is 同事. Okay?
同
Second
事.
intonation, then fourth. Okay, good. Miss Gina, going back to you. Mr. in Chinese is 先生.
先生，先生，Mr.
Okay. So let's look at the phonetics or the pinyin of the first character. Xian. So if we're going to read it like how we normally read it, it's supposed to be sian, right? Because the sound of A is A. But in Chinese, we have two pronunciations of letter A. One is A. Yes, we can read that one as A. Just like in Lao, Pan, it's A ang sound ng A. But if ever the A is placed between I and N or U and N, the pronunciation of letter A there is E. E, as in E ng bed. E. Ganun ang pronunciation niya. Thus, the correct pronunciation of Xian is Sien, hindi siya Sian. I hope you get that one. So again, Miss Gina, one more time. What is Mr. again in Chinese?
先生 Mr.
Sien Sheng.
先生
Okay. Remember, because the two pinyin or the two phonetics are using the first intonation. So it's like singing. Sien Sheng.
先生
Okay. Now, how do we say Mr. Tan? Okay? Paano natin siya i-translate into Chinese? Itong mga, ano ba tawag nito? Yung mga address natin sa kanila, like Mr., Miss, or Mrs., like that, we usually put them after the surname. So when we say Mr. Tan, that's in English. But if we translate it to Chinese, we say first the surname Tan before translating the Mr. So if we say Mr. Tan in Chinese, that is Tan Xian Sheng. I hope you get that one. Sige daw, be. Miss Gina, let's have another example. How do you say Mr. Lee in Chinese?
李先生
Very good. That's good, Miss Gina. Okay, let's proceed. How about Miss? So, Miss L, okay, ayan, may Miss L tayo. But how do we say, or what's the Chinese term for Miss? So, follow me, Miss L, that is Xiao Jie.
小姐，小姐
Okay,
Miss.
Xiao Jie.
小姐 Miss.
Okay, so JI natin in Chinese, that's not dr as in drug. Okay? Our J in Chinese, it's somehow pronounced as TS. May TS siya na pronunciation. So, plus E plus E, that is jie. You add the third intonation. So, if you ever find this kind of intonation, yung parang letter V, okay, that is the third intonation. How do we pronounce that? You just follow the direction of the intonation. So, jie. So, you have to go down first and then do a curve and then pull it up again. Jie, xiao jie. So, that is Miss. Now, sige, let's use your name. Miss L. So, in Chinese, paano ko ba dapat sabihin yun, Miss L? Miss L?
L 小姐
Good. That's better. So, pwede siya L Xiao Jie or Gina Xiao Jie. But, however, okay, let's be very cautious when using this word Xiao Jie. Kasi aside from having this meaning miss, meron kasi siyang ibang parang bad meaning in Chinese. So aside from having the meaning miss, xiao jie can also mean prostitute, mga ganon. So maybe let's just stick with miss na lang muna para safe tayo. Okay? So, dapat tayo, very mindful tayo kung paano natin gamitin yan. Okay? And then last one, what is wife or mistress? So again, MRS, kung sa Tagalog, that is Mrs., right? But, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but based on what I research, MRS is really the abbreviation or shortcut for mistress, which also means wife. Tama ba ako, Miss Gina? Am I
Yes,
correct?
Lauscher.
Okay, kasi no, we have this wrong connotation when we say mistress, quit na agad, concubine na agad. Hindi pala. Okay? So, I hope you don't mind, Miss Gina. Are you married, single, or what?
Yes, Lauscher, I'm married.
Okay, so dapat pala. Again, what's your surname nga, Miss Gina?
Cañezo.
Cañezo. So, sige, let's read muna. What is mistress or wife in Chinese? Please follow me, Miss Gina. Tai tai.
Tai tai. Tai tai. Mistress or
Okay,
Mrs.
Miss. Yes. Now, Miss Gina, remember ha, don't forget that even the second character, kahit na neutral tone siya or it doesn't have any intonations, please don't forget the hangin in letter T. Tama na yung first mo eh. So again ha, listen carefully. Tai, tai. Hindi ko pa rin kinuha or andun pa rin yung hangin sa letter T na second character. So one more time daw, once lang. Miss Gina, what is wife or mistress or Mrs. in Chinese?
Tai tai. Tai
Okay.
tai.
Okay. So same goes. Unahin muna natin when we say Mrs. What's your surname again, Miss Gina? I forgot. I got lost there.
Cañezo.
Caniezo. So when we say Mrs. Caniezo in Chinese, how do we say that, Miss Gina?
Cañezo tai tai.
Don't forget, it's fourth intonation. Para kang galit. Tai, tai.
Tai tai.
So,
Cañezo
Caniezo.
tai tai.
Okay, that's it. So, I'll check first ha sa ating. Okay. Any questions so far? Any question with our common terms? Yan lang muna. Yung usually natin. I don't know. I saw here one comment si Jihan Kabanban Tamayo. Actually, I don't know kasi yung sabi niya we've been pronouncing Sian Lim's name incorrectly. So I, I I find it very funny. So kasi tama 'di ba? We have an actor in the Philippines, si Sian Lim. Actually, ito kasi siya, when we pronounce the X-I-A-N, pwede kasi siya na all together, or pwede din siya na separated ang X-I, then space, A-N, Lim. Pwede siya. But I don't know which one yung ginagamit ni Sian Lim. So, baka kasi Sian Lim talaga siya. Baka magkahiwalay talaga yung C and An niya. Kaya Sian Lim. Okay? Now, if ever, kung talagang isa siya, connected talaga ang X-I-A-N, then yes, I have to agree with Mr. or Miss Jihan, no? We've been pronouncing his name incorrectly. So, I don't know. Let's just stick na lang kung ano yung inintroduce nila sa atin. Kasi they are sila naman talaga nakakaalam kung ano talaga dapat natin ano talaga dapat ang proper pronunciation ng mga screen name nila. Okay? But again ha, if ever, X-I-A-N, if ang A is in between I and N, one word. Okay? I'm referring to one word. One word X-I-A-N, if A is in between I and N, it's pronounced, the A there is pronounced as E. That is not Sian, that is Sien. But if it's separated, X-I space A-N, then pwede siya Si-an. Okay? If it's two words. Kuha ba natin yon? Did I somehow enlighten you on that, Jihan Kabanban Tamayo? Okay, so hindi na siya nagre-reply. Maybe siguro nag-leave muna siya, AFK muna siya. Anyway, sige, now let's proceed now. So we're done with the common nouns. So starting right now, we already know this basic common nouns natin. So you can call me now Lao Shi because I'm a teacher. And all of you are my 学生. And kayo dyan, aside from Lao Shi, you are 同学. Okay? So, I hope we practice whatever we learn, especially sa oral natin, oral communication natin, para, I hope, para at least, you will not get the misconception or mispronunciation of the words. Okay? So, let's proceed now. So, tapos na tayo, di ba? We're done with the common nouns. Now, basic terms na naman tayo. Let's start first with the greetings. Ayan. So, we stop with Miss Gina. Miss L, ikaw lang daw, Miss L. I want you to read on your own. Try. Okay? Again, be mindful. Look at the pinyin and please be mindful of the intonation. So, what is hi or hello in Chinese? Decipher natin. Word per word tayo. How do you read the first word, Miss L?
Ni,
Oops. That's
ni,
third intonation.
ni,
Better. How about the second term?
hao,
Go. So, let's put that both together. You have,
ni hao,
okay, ni, how. Don't forget that both are in third intonation. Okay? So, please, wag niyong walain yung intonation niya. So, hi and hello in Chinese, Miss L, that is?
ni hao,
Okay? Na ni mo na siya. Na
ni,
first in,
ni hao,
okay, first
ni,
intonation pa rin ang naririnig ko sa first character mo.
ni,
Ni,
ni, ni, ni hao,
ni
ni,
hao.
ni hao,
Okay.
ni
Ni
hao,
hao.
ni hao,
Okay, let's
ni,
practice that one, ha? More. Okay, so that is hi or hello. Okay, so for added information lang tayo. If we will dissect both of these characters, no? Ni alone, this is ni. Ni alone means you or ikaw. How? There are two meanings for how. Actually, there are three meanings, okay? But usually, the meaning of how can be good. It can also mean okay. And usually, meron ding times we use it as very. So again, ha, those are the three meanings of how. Pwede siya good, pwede siya okay, or pwede siya very. Okay? So, next time, if I ask you, Miss L, is it okay if you read this? So, paano, Miss L, if you're going to say, okay, teacher, how do you translate that? Okay, teacher, how do you say that in Chinese? Miss L, are you still here with us?
好老师，
That's good. Again, okay is how, then teacher is 老师. So, uh, Miss L, can you please read again the first greetings,
你好
which
你
means,
hi or hello.
okay, thank you. Next, how about good morning? Miss Gina, can we try? Okay, read with me, Miss Gina. 早上好.
早上好，
Okay. So, medyo namali natin yung intonation for the first two characters, no? But it's okay. Remember that our first character, we use the third intonation. So, that is
早
早.
早
Okay. Now, to those who weren't around last week, our letter Z, it's not zao. Okay? It's not zao. Our letter Z also has this pronunciation of TS. 早. The next character,
早
Miss Gina, that is What's the
上
second character? Okay, that's
上
good. And then the third one is?
好
Okay. So we have two ways of saying good morning. The first one again, Miss Gina, kindly read again the top or the first good morning.
早上好
Good. A little bit faster. 早上好.
早上好早上
Nawala.
好
Sao. Third, don't forget the third intonation.
早上好
Okay, that's better. One tip also have for you to really pronounce it clearly and better, always open your mouth para lalabas lahat ang proper pronunciation and enunciation of the words or letters. So, 早,早上好. One more time, Miss Gina.
早上好
Okay, that's good. How about the second one, Miss Gina? Kindly read another way of saying good morning. The shorter one.
早安
Okay. Our an here is first intonation. An,
安
sao,
早
an.
早安
Okay. One more time. Repeat after me. Sao, an.
早安
Okay. So those are the two ways of saying good morning. So either way, you can use that one. Okay? You can say, oh, sige daw, I will ask you, Miss Gina, how do you greet teacher? How do you greet me? Good morning. Paano mo sabihin, oy, good morning, teacher?
早安老师
Okay. 早安老师. One more time.
早安老师
Okay, that is okay. That is good. Pwede yon. Pero usually, when we greet someone, inuuna natin i-translate kung sino yung i-greet natin. So, pwede na actually yung 早安老师. Yes, it can be. But better if unahin mo yung person or yung noun, which is the teacher. So, one more time, Miss Gina, how do you say good morning, teacher?
老师早安
Very good. That is better. Okay? Now, let's proceed naman. Two ways of saying good afternoon. Miss L, are you still here with us? Can you still see us? Can you still hear us? Can you still see my PPT?
好，老师。
Okay. So, please ha, if ever I ask you something, let's be mindful kung paano tayo magre-response. If it matches to my question. Okay? Example, just like now. Ang tanong kasi ni Lausher, Miss L, can you still see the PPT? Then ang sagot ni Miss L is, how Lausher? Okay, Lausher. Nag-match ba yun siya, Miss L?
No po.
Okay. So again, be mindful tayo on how we use how, okay. Kasi baka we use that one to respond sa hindi naman dapat okay ang i-respond. Okay, Miss L?
Yes, 老师.
Okay. Ngayon, di ba? I ask you na, okay, Miss L? So this is the time when you use the okay. Okay, Miss L?
好，老师.
Okay, how? Next. Okay, I can also say how because how can also mean good. Okay? Next. Good afternoon. Two ways of saying good afternoon. So read with me. Decipher tayo. Word per word tayo, Miss L. Siya. How.
下
Your
午好，下
better.
好
Good. How? That's good, Miss L.
好
Another way of saying good afternoon. The shorter one.
午安
Good. How? And how? That's good. An.
午 An.
Okay. So, Miss L, paano kapag you will greet your teacher good afternoon? Sige daw, be, how do you translate that one? I want you to use the longer good afternoon kasi kanina, Miss Gina used the shorter one, the shortcut. So, let's try using the longer one, the 3 characters. How do you say good afternoon, teacher?
老师早午好
Oh, bakit chow? That is XIA. How do you pronounce XIA? Xia.
下
Xia
下
Wu Hao.
下午好
Wu Hao. Don't forget the
午
intonation.
午午好
Xia Wu Hao.
下午好
Lao shi Xia Wu Hao.
老师下午好
Okay. Miss Gina, the same ha. We're going to use the 3 characters. How do you say good afternoon, Mr. Uy? Ayan. Good afternoon, Mr. Uy. Remember, always place first the noun or translate first the noun before the greetings.
魏先生，下午好。
Okay. Uy, 先生,下午好. One more time, Miss Gina.
魏先生，下
先生.
午先生，下午好。
Okay, that's better. Still ha, I hope no if I ever correct you or criticize you, hindi don't take it against me or what ha because from time to time I would really correct you so as for you to learn the correct way or the correct thing. I don't want to be the teacher na okay, nakuha na niya medyo nakuha na niya slight na okay na 'yon. No, since we're having this session free, might as well get the holistic experience of learning the Chinese character. Okay? Kasi hindi lang ito siya yung parang Japanese na, okay, ano mo lang siya, basahin mo lang siya, aishiteru, ganun, di ba? Walang intonation. Also with the Korean, basahin mo lang yung mga ganun, saranghe, di ba? How you see it is how you read it. Ang Chinese kasi, hindi kasi ganun. That's why I am very keen in teaching, especially the intonation. So I hope, please, we have, or we accept, we're open to, ano nga yung tawag yun? Constructive criticism. Tama ba ako? Or I'm using the wrong term? Well, anyway, sige. That's good. Now, let's proceed. Okay. Now, Miss Gina, still your turn. How do we say good evening in Chinese? I want you to try reading this on your own. Alam natin kung paano basahin yung last 2 characters. We're done with this, oh. Same lang siya sa good morning, yung last 2 characters. How do we read the first character, Miss Gina? This is all.
I'm
This
sorry.
is, look at the pinin po. Ito yun.
Okay.
Ayan. So, maybe I can... Okay, ayan. Better siguro kapag ganyan. Sige, I'll place it on top para better or makita niyo talaga kung ano yung word niya. Okay. Sige. Sige, again, Miss Gina. Paano nga ulit basahin yung fern? Okay, good. We use the third intonation. One.
Shanghao.
Good. That's good, Miss Gina. So, good evening in Chinese, that is 晚上好.
晚上好。
晚上好.
晚上好。
Okay. How do you say, good evening, boss? Oh, nakasubong mo yung boss mo. Dapat mag-greet ako para at least plus points ako. Plus pogi points. So, paano yun? How are you going to greet your boss? Good evening.
老板晚上好。
Okay. One, don't forget this one, Miss Gina, ha? One, third intonation. Pag third intonation, Miss Gina, meron talaga tayong curve on how we pronounce the phonetics or the pinyin. One,
晚上好。
better. That is really better, Miss Gina. That's good. Next. Okay. How about good night, Miss L? How do we say good night?
晚安
Good. That's really good, Miss L. One more time.
晚安
Okay. So you can say one and, okay? Don't mix up the two, ha? Although some of them, no, this one and, they also use this one for good evening. Okay? Pero when you say good night, you can say one shanghao, ha? Itong one shanghao is good evening. You greet someone first. Itong one and can be both. Sometimes, no, people use it as good evening also. Pero for me, if you're going to ask me personally, meron talaga yan separation or thin difference lang siya. So again, good evening, that is one shanghao. Good night naman, yung kapag going to bed ka na, matutulog ka na, okay? Sabihin mo ba mga anak mo, okay? One an, baby. Oh, ganon. One an, habi. Oh, 'di ba? That's how you say good evening and good night. Okay, next. If meron tayong greetings na hi, hello, uy, nakita kita, ni hao, Miss L. Tapos na tayo nagchika. Separate ways na tayo, aalis na tayo. What is goodbye in Chinese? Can you try reading this one, Miss Gina?
再见。
Okay. Our letter A is in between I and N. Ano nga dapat ang pronunciation or sound ng A doon? It's E. So that is not tian. So that is tien.
再见。
Better. Good. Good. Good, Miss Gina. So again, if ever aalis na tayo, sabihin ko, Miss Gina, Miss L, 再见. How do you say, magsabi din kayo ng goodbye sa akin. How do you say goodbye, teacher?
老师再见。
再见. Okay, don't forget the
再见。
intonation.
再见。
Okay, that's good. Next, last one. Okay, I intentionally did not put the pinyin of the first two characters. Kasi dito na yan, andito na tayo. So, Miss L, kindly read this question.
ma
No. These three. Itong tatlo. Also read the first two character. Ito na yan, it's already here. Kaya hindi ko na siya nilagyan ng phonetics kasi andito na. So, Miss L, what is how are you in Chinese?
你好吗
Okay, don't forget the intonations. Ni hao ma. One more time.
你好吗
Okay? Please be mindful of the intonation. Ni hao ma.
你好吗
Okay. Ni hao ma means how are you? Okay? So, that's it. We have the basic terms or greetings ito, ha? These are all the greetings. Now, meron pa tayo yung mga basic expressions natin. Okay. So, how do you say thanks? Okay, there's two way of saying thanks and thank you, ha? Okay? So, Miss Gina, what is thanks in Chinese? Kindly read.
谢谢。
Okay, that's good. 谢谢.
谢谢。
Okay. Neutral tone ang second one, so that is 谢谢. It means thanks. Now, paano kapag if you want to be specific? Thank you. So, dagdagan natin, remember, Ano pala ang Chinese ng you natin? Miss L, ano nga ulit yung Chinese ng you?
无
You, ikaw. Ano nga ulit yung Chinese nun?
你
Intonation, third intonation.
你
Ni. Okay. So if we want to say thank you, it's how do you say thank you in Chinese, Miss L?
谢谢你
That's not
你
谢谢谢你. One more time, Miss L. Miss L, are you still here with us?
不
谢谢你
Okay. 谢谢你. One last time.
谢谢你
谢谢你
你
Okay. So, actually itong xie can also mean thank you. Pero if we want to be more expressive, if we want to be parang more heartfelt siya or formal, we use the xie ni. Parang mas polite siya pakinggan. Kasi you're really referring to your, parang nagte-thank ka talaga sa kausap mo kasi merong ni. Okay? So, 谢谢 or 谢谢你 both can mean thanks or thank you. Okay? Now, sige, Miss Gina, how do you say thank you, classmate? Thank you, classmate.
谢谢你同学
同
学
学.
同学
Okay. Pwede ganun ha? Then of course, Miss L, how do you say thank you, a teacher?
是谢谢老师
Okay, pwede 谢谢老师, pwede din natin ibaliktad 老师谢谢, whichever way. Okay? I hope you get that one. Next, of course, if someone says thank you to you, if someone says 谢谢你 or 谢谢, sample, sabihin ni 老师, Miss L, Miss Gina, 谢谢你 or 谢谢. How are you going to respond? How are we going to respond? Okay? Two ways of saying you're welcome. Number one, Miss Gina, kindly read with me. This is 不客气.
不客气
Okay. It's not It's the U here. The sound of U is U. So, p plus U, that is 不.
不
Then, KE. Remember, our letter K is letter K with hangin. K.
客
Yes. Then last one, QI. Our Q also has the TS sound, but this time we put air when we pronounce that. T.
气
Yes. So, let's put those three together. Word per word tayo. Miss Gina. 不
不
客
客
气
气
不
不
客
客
气
气
Okay.
不
Ikaw lang daw.
客
Ikaw lang.
气
Okay, that's good. 不客气. It means you're welcome. Miss L, what's the other way of saying you're welcome? We already know this one, right? How do we read the first word, Miss L?
不
Then,
用也
okay. Intonation of the last two characters. Remember, fourth intonation, para kang galit. It's like you're angry.
不
不
不不用写
Okay.
Xie.
What is that yung? The way you pronounce yung, no, it's like you're using the first tone. yung ang sinasabi mo or pinopronounce mo. Y-O-N-G, if you're going to use the fourth intonation, it's yung.
Yung.
Xie.
Xie.
Pu, yung. Xie.
Pu. Yung. Xie.
Okay. So, pu actually here, okay, it means no. 客气, polite. So when you say pu, 客气, uy, there's no need to be polite. Okay? Yan yung literal translation niya. But again, 学生 students, remember that translation and interpretation are two different things. Okay? It's not always that we take out the literal translation of each character and put it together. We have to analyze. No polite. Okay, no polite. Okay, sige, yes, somehow it can mean you're welcome when someone says thank you. Because saying thank you is a way of being polite, right? So, 谢谢. So, that's why you can reply with 不客气. Or there's no need to be polite. Di ka kailangan mag-thank you. Okay? That is also, it also means you're welcome. Now, how about the 不用谢? Remember, pu means no. We already know that xie means thanks. Ano naman ang meaning ng yung? Yung means need. Okay? So parang sinasabi mo, no need. Pu yung means no need. Thanks. So parang no need to say thank you. That's why these two can have the meaning you're welcome. Did you get my explanation, Miss L and Miss Miss Gina?
Yes, 老师.
Okay, good. Yes, 老师.
Yes, 老师.
Okay. So, okay, wait lang ha. Okay. Now, here I have to tell you ahead of time kasi I saw a comment that is projected sa FlexOffice, our stream, no, yung sa chat natin. I can see that someone, or I don't know who says this one, okay. It says, ang ginamit nga is fourth intonation na pu. Okay? Okay. The original intonation of pu here is really fourth intonation. However, the intonation of pu will change. It will become second intonation, this one, if it is followed by fourth intonation na pinyin. Just like here. 'Di ba? The pinyin of the or after the pu here is fourth. That is k. Fourth intonation as well. Kaya, instead of using the fourth intonation na original tone ng pu, we change it to second. That is the correct way of pronouncing it. Hindi yan siya pu yung xie. Hindi yan siya pu ke qi. Just always remember that if pu is followed by another fourth intonation na phonetics, instead of using the fourth intonation, it will change to second. We will no longer use the original intonation na fourth. Am I clear on this, Miss L and Miss Gina? Are you still following ba? Or medyo nalilito na? If ever you have question, please do tell me, okay? If I'm discussing medyo mabilis, medyo mahina, please do inform Lausher para at least I can adjust. Okay? Okay lang ba? Okay. How about Miss Gina?
Yes, Lao, sure.
Okay. Sige. Next. Okay. So here tayo. Paano naman kapag if you're going to say sorry, nabunggo mo siya or may natapon ka, then how are you going to say sorry? Miss L, Try reading. How do you read the first character? Look at the phonetics or the pinyin. D-U-I. How do you pronounce that?
Do.
Miss
Do.
Gina? Miss Gina?
Yes, Lauscher.
Okay. Sige, try pronouncing the first character, D-U-I. Remember, our letter D, it has the sound of letter T, without the hangin. And our UI, it's pronounced as way. So put those together. Way. Put them together. What do you get, Miss Gina?
Dway.
Good.
Dway.
Now, yes, that's better kasi we use the fourth intonation para kang galit. Tway. Next, the second word. What is that? We're done with that. Pero wala
U.
siyang intonation. Good. And then the last one is,
Chi.
okay. Now, you might ask, sure, bakit ang po dito walang intonation? Okay. Usually, if po, sa tway puchi, wala talaga yan siyang intonation. Or, if ever, po is in between two characters. Okay? Meron pa tayong ibang mga words na nagiging neutral tone ang po. So, for this one, again, I'm sorry, our po here is neutral tone. Wala siyang intonation. So, let's put these three together, Miss Gina. That is, 对不起.
Dway pu chi.
Yan, that's good. One more time, Miss Gina.
Dway pu chi.
Which means, I'm sorry. So, anong i-answer natin? How do we respond to that if someone says, I'm sorry? Okay. How do we say, it's okay or it's all right? Okay. And how do we say that in Chinese? Miss L, kindly read the first way or the first term that also means it's okay, it's all right.
没关系。
Okay. Intonation. Let's focus on the intonation. Tama na yung pag-pronounce mo. Doon tayo sa intonation. Look at the first character. It's in second intonation. So, para kang nagtatanong. Ha?
没
Good. Second intonation. Second character. First intonation. It's like you're singing. Ah.
关
Good. The third one, it's neutral tone. So, very abrupt and mabilis lang siya. Normal way of reading it. Sige.
西
C.
西
C.
西
Okay. May
没
关系.
没关系。
Okay, that's better. One more time, Miss L. How do you say it's okay, it's all right? One way of saying that is?
没关系。
Okay.
没关
So if
系。
ever, yes, that's good. If ever in the future, uy, may magsasabi, Miss L, Toy Puchi, how are you going to say, it's okay, teacher?
没关系。老师
Oh, oy, lao shi.
老师
Okay.
La-
May kwansi lao shi or lao shi may kwansi. Pwede yan siya both. And then, the next way of saying it's okay, it's all right, let's have Miss Gina.
May. Sure. Sure.
Okay. Good. Let's go back to the first intonation, the first character. Second intonation, it's like you're asking Miss Gina.
May.
How do we pronounce it properly? Okay, one more time.
May. May.
Next.
Sure.
Okay.
May.
May.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So these are the two ways of saying it's okay, it's all right. Any questions? Miss L, Miss Gina? Okay, I'll try to look at the comments if ever may questions ba. Wala? Okay. Wala naman so far. Okay. Good. Now, so for our lesson ha, actually this is the continuation. Review lang, the common nouns, we had that one as well as the greetings. And of course, we have here expressions as well. So, bakit ko siya nilagay, yung common nouns and the greetings? Para at least, when you're going to practice, you look at this one na lang. Both. Example, good morning, principal. Ni hao, xiao zhang. Ganun na lang. Always remember, ang nouns natin, better if you say it first. Xiao zhang, ni hao, lao shi, 早上好 or 老师早安。学生你好. Do that one. Okay? That is one way for you to practice your oral communication skills in Chinese. Will that be okay, Miss L and Miss Gina?
Yes, 老师.
Okay, Miss L, how about you, Miss L?
Yes, 老师.
Okay. Now, so, ano ba yung natutunan natin for this topic? What we learned today, of course, the common nouns, the basic greetings, basic expressions, and of course, we had our few oral exercises translation. Good morning, teacher. Goodbye, teacher, and everything. So, quick review tayo. Quick review. I want you to look at your notes if you did, or maybe, sige, I'll share this one. How do you say goodbye? Miss Gina. Miss Gina? How do you say goodbye?
早先, ay, 再见.
Good. Cai. Cai. That is cai. Cai. Jian.
再见.
Okay. So, how about good afternoon, Miss L? Only one. Whichever. What do you want to use? How do you say good afternoon?
午安.
Okay.
Uan.
So, ito yung dalawan. Tama na yung first. Tama na yung first na pagbasa mo. Remember, an is first intonation. Again, what is good afternoon in Chinese?
午安.
An.
午安.
Okay, that's better. So, Miss L and Miss Gina and those other na watching us or with us today, since our meeting and webinars will always fall on an afternoon or in the afternoon, I want you to practice saying that one na. Kasi, I will no longer be saying good afternoon. Okay? I will now start incorporating whatever topics we discussed. So I hope you'll be familiar with all these terms kasi I might use that one during our discussions para ma-apply natin whatever we learn. So tomorrow, if I start the session or webinar, I will say, Uan. Okay, everybody, that is good afternoon, everybody. Of course, you have to answer back. You say, oh, 老师, xiao hao, or 老师, uan. And then, of course, every time we end our discussion or webinar, I will always say, 再见, everybody. So, of course, you still have to answer back. You will also say, 老师再见, or 再见老师, whichever way. Understood, Miss L and Miss Gina? And also with the others here?
Yes, 老师.
Okay. So, may question tayo dito. How do you say yes or no daw? Okay. I will just, add on lang tayo dito. Okay. Let me see. Okay. This one. Yes in Chinese is, okay. This is yes. Okay. Actually, it has two meanings. Okay. Miss L, can you please read this one? This one. I'll make it bigger so that you can see it. Yan. Okay. Miss L, how do you read this word?
是.
Again?
Sure. Sure.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Sure can mean yes. It has two meanings. Pwede siya yes. And also, it can also mean linking verbs. Ano yung mga linking verbs? Ano ba yung mga linking verbs natin, Miss L? Familiar pa ba tayo? Ano nga yung linking verbs? Can you give me an example, Miss L? So, linking verbs natin is, as, was, were, like that. Those are our linking verbs. So, meron yang dalawang translation ang sh. It can mean yes, and we can also use that one for our sentence construction, and it will have the usage of linking verbs. So, pwede siya singular, is, ano pa ba? Pwede din siya plural, are. Pwede siya present tense, is, of course, are. Pwede din siya past tense na plural and singular, was, were. So, lahat ng linking verbs we can translate to sure. Okay? So, example, did you get my instruction? Did you get my explanation, Miss L? If you're going to answer, yes, teacher, how are you going to translate that one?
是老师
Very good. Now, another one. So, again ha, meron na tayong yes. Okay. Next, we will translate. Ano naman ang no, lao, sure? Kasi tapos na tayo sa, tapos na tayo sa yes natin. No naman natin is, we just add this word. You're familiar with this na. Ano yan siya, Miss Gina? What is this word? The first one. Miss Gina, can you identify this first character? How do we read this first character, Miss Gina?
Pu.
Okay. Remember, if it's pu alone, kapag pu lang talaga siya lang alone, okay, that is fourth intonation. Yan ang original niya na intonation. Fourth talaga yan siya originally. Okay? It means, it means no or to make something negative. Okay? Negative. Okay? Now, look at here, Miss Gina. Remember what I explained a while ago? If ever pu is followed by another fourth intonation, instead of using fourth intonation, anong intonation na ang gagamitin natin for the pu? Are we still going to use the fourth intonation, Miss Gina? Fourth pa rin ba ang gagamitin natin? Same ba sila? Yan
Uh,
ba, Miss Gina?
no, lao, sure.
Okay, ano ba dapat ang intonation niya? Remember, fourth followed by another fourth intonation. So, ano dapat ang intonation niya? Look at the pinyin under your welcome. Look at here. Oh, it's followed by fourth intonation, fourth intonation. What intonation did we use for the pu?
The
It
second
becomes,
intonation.
okay,
Second.
that's good. Second intonation. Always remember that. The pu, which is originally fourth intonation, it becomes second intonation if followed by another fourth intonation. Yan lang, okay? That's the only time that you're going to pronounce it or change it to second intonation kapag ang kasunod niya is another fourth intonation. The rest, if ever pu is followed by first, by second, or by third, we make use of its original intonation, which is the fourth intonation. So, this one, push. This is now the no. Okay? No in Chinese. Understood? Understood, Miss Gina?
Yes, lao, sure.
Okay, you already know what's the Chinese for yes.
老师 sure.
No, no, no. If that's the case, ha, if yes tayo and no lang, yes and no, we will always first say its translation before saying lauscher. We only place the noun in front if ever it's for the greetings or expressions. Okay? So one more time, Miss Gina, did you get my explanation?
Sure, 老师
Okay. Miss L, paano naman kapag hindi mo na-gets? Paano kapag hindi mo nakuha? Confused ka pa? How are you going to answer that? Did you get my explanation, Miss L?
Well, sure.
Okay. Pu is second. Parang nagtatanong, pu? Miss L?
Well, sure.
Second
Well, sure.
intonation. Pu?
Who? Who?
Pu,
Who? Sure.
Yan, that's better. One more time, Miss L. Pu,
Who? Sure.
Okay. Now, sure, sabi mo, yung po natin, alone, pwede din siya no. Pero bakit if ever na magtatanong, kailangan po sure? Gagamitin lang natin tong po if ever we're asking someone or magko-command tayo sa someone, oy, no, no, wag mo yan galawin. Don't, wag. Ganun siya. May wag siya na meaning. Okay? May wag or huwag na meaning. I'll write here the Tagalog version para at least kayo, aware kayo. Wag. Okay? Actually, dapat meron pala yan siyang ganyan. Wag or huwag. Okay? Okay, wait lang. I'll put it up para makuha niyo. May huwag siya na meaning. Okay? Ito namang pusher. That's the time na no or hindi. Don't get confused on these two, ha? No or hindi. That's or hindi. Nagets mo ba yung explanation ko? Pusher. Hindi lausher. So, that's why you have to answer pusher. Kasi 'di ba awkward naman pag sabihin nagets mo ba ang answer ang explanation ko? Wag lausher. Did it make sense? Did it make sense, Miss L?
是老师.
Oh, it makes sense? Really?
Oh,
Tama pala answer mo. Yes, hindi siya nag-make sense. Okay? So again ha, these are the two thin line or difference ng pu at saka push. I hope you get this one. Don't worry, after this discussion, I think Sir Tommy will give you this, will give you this PPT. Okay? Maybe instead of giving PPT, I'll just save some of the slides as image. Si Sir Tommy na bahala kung paano niya isi-send sa inyo. So for those who want to have also the copy, please do message yung FB page ng Flex Office para we will add you sa GC natin sa Messenger. Okay? Whoever are there in the GC, they will be given the chance na just like Miss L and Miss Gina to interact with me personally during discussions. So again, yun na yan ha. These are our topics under the basic common nouns and of course the basic terms, greetings, and expressions. Are we good on this? Okay. Okay. Sir Ton, okay, please ha, if ever we're going to type in, also use the correct pinin or the phonetics. Huwag yung pusher. Delikado tayo niyan sa pusher. Baka ano pang masabi ng iba na pusher. Kasi ang sinabi dito ni Sir Ton, P-U-S-H-E-R. Baka iba yan, Sir Ton, ha? So, Again, if hindi nyo alam paano i-type in yung Chinese character, if you're going to message lang, message me, you don't know how to write in pa or type in the Chinese character, please use the pinyin. But please make sure also to use the correct spelling of the pinyin. Okay. So, I hope you're still here, no? Okay. Sige. So that ends our discussion for this topic. So now let's try to move, let's try to continue now with another one. Kasi I told you kanina to prepare the writing or the paper. Were you able to print that one, Miss Gina and Miss L?
Sure,
Yes
Lao,
or no?
sure.
Okay, how about you, Miss L? Were you able to print that one?
Sure, Lao, sure.
Okay. So you might ask, ano ba yung pinaprint ni Lauscher sa kanila? Okay. Kindly wait for a while kasi I will try to open the file. Okay. Para at least aware lang yung iba. Here, I'm sharing to you the file that I asked Miss L and Miss Gina to print this one. Yan siya. Why? Kasi, actually for this afternoon sana, we'll be having our short writing activity. Let's try. Actually, pwede pa, kaya pa. We still have 10 minutes or maybe 5 minutes, no? Why? Kasi yung, as what I've said before sa first few or two meetings namin, Introduction to Chinese Mandarin Language, our Chinese character is not a drawing. Kung paano mo siya nakita, gagayahin mo lang, kapag medyo nakuha na, okay na. No, it's not a drawing, it is a writing. So on that note, anong meaning ni Lauscher doon? It means it has specific ways. Meron siyang proper way of writing. Meron yun siyang step-by-step stroke to write it properly and correctly. That's why I asked them to print this one out kasi ganyan talaga yung writing paper ng Chinese. Okay? Where we make use of boxes. Hindi tayo nagagamit ng 3 lines na paper just like the intermediate or the yellow paper. We don't make use of that. Kasi word per word tayo, per box natin yan ginagamit. Kuha ba natin yon, Miss L and Miss Gina? Kung bakit ko kayo pinakopy or pinaprint ng ganong file?
Sure, Lao, sure.
Sure,
Miss
Lao,
L,
sure.
okay. So, now let's try. Let's move on. Kahit man lang kahit man lang introduction, and then we'll cover whatever we can cover right now, and then let's just continue that one tomorrow sa ating meeting. Okay? So, without further ado, I will just share my screen with you. Okay? Okay, sharing my screen. Wait for a while. Ayan. Please let me know if makita nyo. Yes? Makita nyo ba, Miss Gina, Miss L?
Sure, Lao.
Sure, Lao, sure.
Okay, good. How about the others? How about yung nasa comment section natin? So, si Sir Ton yung active sa natin, no? Active siya sa comment natin. Hindi ko nakikita yung iba. Okay? So, I hope others also, please don't hesitate to interact with us, kahit na nasa comment lang. For us to know na, uy, andyan ka pa pala. Hindi yung lulubog lilitaw. Okay? Sige. So, for our topic for this afternoon, it's about pronouns. But we'll touch first the singular ones. Ano tong mga pronouns na singular? Me, I, you, ikaw, he, she, it. Mga ganon. So, in Chinese, pronouns in Chinese is 代词, 代词. Miss Gina, kindly repeat that one. What is pronouns in Chinese?
代词
Twice. Kindly read it twice, please.
代词
Okay, good. So, pronouns yan siya ha. Pwede na yan siya singular or plural. Pero of course, yung ibang mga branches ng pronouns, di ba, we have demonstrative pronouns, mga ganon, may ibang word na naman yan siya. Possessive pronouns, meron siyang ibang term. Pero for today, let's just touch first the singular pronouns kasi this is very vital when we start constructing sentences na. Okay, so ito yon. We're done with this, right? Tapos na tayo nito eh. This is the Chinese character, this is how you read it, and this is the meaning of the word. So again, Miss L, how do you read this Chinese character?
Ni.
Which means,
Ni.
okay, which means what?
You.
You, or in Tagalog, ikaw. So
You.
again, this Chinese character, this is its proper way of writing the word. So using the printed paper that I ask you to secure, Miss L and Miss Gina, can you try copying? Okay, can you try copying this one? Yan siya, yung ni. Okay? So first box, this is the first stroke. The second one, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. So all in all, the ni Chinese character, it has 7 strokes. So how do we write that one properly? So that's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. That's how you write properly the word. Are you trying to write na, Miss Gina and Miss L?
Sure, Lao, sure.
Okay. Please do that one. Actually, itong mga singular pronouns natin, no, medyo easy pa to sila. Okay? I'm just teaching you how to, or the proper way of writing, the important Chinese characters. We will not have this writing activity every now and then. I will just pick out those terms na if ever sa tingin ko, okay, useful ito, dapat alam nila kung paano ito isulat. Are we clear, Miss L and Miss Gina?
Sure,
Lao,
Lao,
sure.
sure.
Okay. Are you done writing, Miss L?
Sure, Lao, sure.
How about you, Miss Gina? Are you done?
Sure, Lao, sure.
Okay, push. Sige.
Push.
I'll give you time to copy that one. We make use of the time. It's okay. I think we have more or less 3 minutes. Maybe we can touch one. This is one, maybe two. Okay. Very important singular pronouns. Please do let us know, Miss Gina, if you're done copying or writing. Once we're done with our discussion, I will let you take a picture of your writing activity and send the picture doon sa GC natin. Understood, Miss L and Miss Gina?
I'm done, Lao, sure.
Okay, you're done. Sige, next. So again, Miss Gina, what is you or ikaw in Chinese?
Ni.
Good. Now let's proceed. Miss Gina, what is I or me or ako in Chinese?
Wo.
Oy, remember our O. The sound of O is O. So it should be wo.
Wo.
Yan. Huwag mo siyang gawing wo. Okay? Walang U siya. So dapat wo.
Wo.
Yan. It's I or me or ako. So please, we'll stop here. I want you to copy the step-by-step strokes of the Chinese character wo, and then let me know if you're done. Okay? So, paano siya dapat isulat? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. So that's how you write wo properly. Okay? So when you're going to write it or copy that one sa Chinese writing paper nyo, do not just copy the red strokes ha. You also copy the black one kasi yan yun siya. So, ang mangyayari dyan, after writing the first stroke, sa second box, you still have to copy the first stroke, just add the new stroke, the second one. Same goes to the third stroke. Copy the first or rewrite the first and second stroke, then just add the third one, and so on and so forth. Again, if you're done, please let me know, Miss Elle and Miss Gina. I hope no those people who are in just our comment section, kahit na hindi ko kayo nakikita, I'm hoping that you're following our activities as well. Kasi at least, ma-experience nyo the holistic way of learning. Okay? Hindi lang yung always tayo oral. Hindi lang yung always tayo discussion. We will have activities as well. Okay, speaking of which, tomorrow before we continue with our topics sa types or pronouns, I want you to review the common nouns, basic greeting, basic expressions natin, and we will have a short activity, okay? Or game activity before we continue with our discussion on types or pronouns. Would that be okay, Miss Elle and Miss Gina?
Sure, Lao, sure.
You done writing or copying? Miss Elle?
Lauscher, may
Yes.
I ask po question?
Yes, please.
Sa bawat boxes po, parang, kunyari po, yung isang box po niyan, isa lang po, tapos dalawa po. Ganun po.
Ano yan siya? Actually, ito siya ha, if we're going to write the step-by-step stroke, one stroke, one box. And then, add another one yan siya. Add tayo ng add. Just like what you see here sa given picture. But, if we ever write na the whole word itself or the whole character itself, one character, one box talaga tayo. Okay? This one, it's just an illustration na dapat verbox natin siya isusulat para at least alam nyo which stroke comes first then to the other. Ganon yun siya, Miss Elle. Did I answer your question? Miss Elle?
Yes, loud. Sure, sure.
Are you sure? Or baka nag-yes ka na lang para tapos na?
Sure, sure.
Okay. Are you done copying, Miss Elle and Miss Gina?
Sure, Lao, sure.
Okay. So, it's already 4:33. I'll stop my sharing. Please remember to take a picture of your written activity, the one that I asked you to copy, the ni, which means you or ikaw, and wo, which means I or me or ako. The step-by-step strokes on how to write the Chinese character properly. Please take a picture of it and then please send it sa GC natin sa Messenger. Would that be okay, Miss L? Miss L and Miss Gina?
Sure, Lao, sure.
Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Sige. Sir Tommy, I don't know where I can find that whiteboard mark. Okay, the one that you gave me. Sige. Next time, tomorrow, I will use that one. Kasi 'di ba, I told you last time that FlexOffice is really generous enough na nag-send talaga sila ng mga few items nila. So they also gave me whiteboard marker, and everything. So tomorrow, tama no, I did not think of that. Sige. Tomorrow, I will write it with you para at least you will know talaga yung paano isulat. Okay? So, I guess we'll end here. I already took 4 minutes. Naglampas na tayo ng 4 minutes. I thought we can squeeze in our time. Pero of course, hindi natin madaliin yung discussion para at least clear tayo. You know the topics, you get hold of the topics, you grasp the content, the discussion, the explanation, and everything before we proceed para at least, na sa inyo, ang tawag nito, clear na sa inyo before we proceed to another one. So, I guess we'll end here. Miss L, Miss Gina, and of course to those session students in the comment section, to those who are seeing us right now, I'll see you again tomorrow. 再见, 谢谢. 谢谢 means thank you. 再见 means goodbye. So, how are you going to respond? Anong i-reply niyo, Miss L and Miss Gina?
谢谢老师。
再见。
Okay. So you can say 谢谢老师, 再见, or 再见老师, pwede na din. Yes, 再见, Ton, Ma'am Ton, ano ba siya? Okay. So thank you again very much for being part of our discussion this afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow. 再见.
Hi guys! Wanna know something spectacular? Well, FlexOffice got your back. This is the Flex Correct Erasable Pen. Napakanipis at minimal ang kanyang disenyo guys. Bukod sa kanyang murang halaga, high quality pa din ang dala ng Flex Correct Pen based on my experience. So this is how the tip looks like. At tara, try natin siyang isulat sa papel. May dalawang parte ang eraser na nakalagay dito sa body ng Flex Correct Pen. Kaya try natin siyang i-erase.